So before I start, if you want to follow along, I have a blank template up on my GitHub. It's github.com/Andrew Wiskus. Can you read that one? That's right up there.
I'll throw a link to that on the Meetup page real quick, and so you can just click on it.
And then while we're doing that, I'll just give a little introduction about myself. My name is Drew Wiskus. I was a graphic designer out in Virginia. Started making iPhone games about 2 years ago, and really got into the web scene about 6 months ago. And I really like Angular. Angular and Firebase work together really well for me. Didn't have to go through a lot of hoops to get authentication, and I've been falling in love with Firebase ever since. So really can't talk more about that without showing you. So let's start. I mean, I don't think is everyone ready? Do you want me to wait before we?
I posted that link on our Meetup page in the comment section, so anyone wants to just click on it.
Just give it a second. We're going crazy.
When you were coding in iOS, what back did you use Firebase?
No, well, when I first started developing, like, it was all on my own. I didn't have a teacher or anything. And like, I remember when I like learned what like array was, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world, kind of thing.
It is the coolest thing.
It is. And I hit this wall when I didn't understand how to save data. I got to the point where I was saving a little bit of data on the phone, but everyone online yelled at me. They're like, "Why are you doing that?" And there's this thing called, I think, parse, or started with a P. And I guess it kind of died down now. And Firebase is trying to take that hold in the iOS and Android, because Firebase also, it's not just web applications as well. But yeah, no backend experience there. But when I went to Prime, that's when I learned like kind of how everything works together, and it was really awesome. So no backend on iOS. All right. So I guess we can start. First thing we should probably do is go to Firebase.com. You don't need an account. I mean, you need a Gmail to have an account at Firebase.com. But if you just go to their website and go to the console, up here after you log in, there'll be a button here called Go to Console. Just click on that. There's a link to this website too in the repo. And here underneath, you see some of the projects I've been working on this Gmail. There's another, if you don't have any projects, the create new project button will be really big and you should be able to see it. And you just create a new project and name it whatever you'd like. And you get rid of that. Cool. So now you have a project. From here, you can do a lot of stuff. I'm only giving a really high level about Firebase because honestly, I don't know that much about it. I know how. I think they're talkbase.com or YouTube/Firebase. Firecast is what they call it. Anyways, so I know it's really powerful. It's really awesome. It has a lot of tools. What we're going to be focusing on is authentication. So if you go to the authentication, you'll see here, you don't have any users, so nothing will pop up here. If you go to the sign-in method, we're going to enable Gmail, because that's what we're going to be using today. All the other authentication methods work pretty much similarly. So we're just going to use Gmail, because most people have Gmail. And then if you go to database, this is where our database is going to be stored, and we'll watch it get bigger as we keep going on. But one quick thing I want to touch over. At one point in the presentation, you're probably going to be like, this isn't safe authentication. Like, you're doing it all in the JavaScript, you're doing it all on the front end. Like, someone can just inject JavaScript in there. What Firebase does for their security is these rules. They work a lot like CSS. They're like cascading in a way, so you could put whatever your database's header is. Say if I call it user database, and I only want users to read from there, I don't want them to write from there. This is where you do it. And you can put complex little snippets of code in here. I'll show you, I'll probably mess it up. Let's not do that. I'm just developing my projects. I haven't gone thoroughly with the security yet, but they're super powerful. And from what I've seen, they're really awesome. So we'll just get out of this. And I think that's pretty much all you have to do is set up your Firebase. Yep, cool. So I'm just gonna leave it on the database page. And now to the template. Where is that? So I chose to upload my whole folder structure this is the template that I use whenever I start a project. Really lightweight, pretty lightweight, Angular and Firebase. I do import one library, _JS, because I really like using _JS in all my projects. Here is my factories and my controllers that I use. The user factory right here is going to hold our sign in and sign out method. I put them in a factory because it's nice to use them in all my controllers, plus they can get kind of complicated with error handling and whatnot. So it's nice to just hold them in one spot. And then I have a landing page and a home page controller. The way that we're going through this app is you need to be logged in to use it. So think of like a to-do list. You couldn't go to the to-do list website and use any part of the app without being logged in because it only uses your data. So we have a landing page, so the first time you visit, and then we have a home page where after you're authenticated, that's where you go. And down here, if you haven't seen NG routes, this is where everything is kind of getting held. NG routes allows you to connect controllers to partials in a really easy and fast method. So that's why the index is kind of blank, which is nice. So everything here goes. Well, I should say, never mind. Anyways, that main thing that I just highlighted is referencing this. Well, not line 4, the .config route provider. First, I should note, when we're starting the Angular module, we're bringing in ng route and Firebase, and the 2 things I really need. And yeah, this is the Angular routing /landing place /home. It's going to redirect you to the landing page no matter what. So if you would MDM run this, at the start, it automatically goes to the landing page. So it's going to connect to that controller, even if they put in a weird URL. You can get rid of the hashtag. It's something to do with location provider. I was trying to do it for this presentation, and I ran into some problems, but I know it's possible. So if you'd like to get rid of the hashtag and make pretty URLs, you can. This connects the landing page controller and the home controller to our partials. So we're going to start coding. You go to the landing page. This is where the user is going to come the first time they come to the website. So we'll just make a little welcome user. And then we need a sign in button. ng click. We're going to make this into a function called sign in. And sign in /register. Something funky that Firebase does. You can get around this too, but when you sign in, you have to code a little extra to have a registration. You have to have your own user database. It's not going to tell you it's the first time user on the first time that he logs in. So I usually say sign in /register, and if it's first time user, we're going to go through this, but it'll ping them to a registration page, and we'll save that info in the database. So yeah, there's sign in and welcome user, and then we'll go to the home page, and we'll welcome the user. This is after they logged in. We'll say welcome user.email, and then we'll know they work when we see that working. And we'll make a little button too for sign out. Cool. And also about the template, if at any time the code's not working that you've typed, if you scroll down towards the bottom of it, there's working code. Just comment it out, and you can check to see the references. It might not be totally accurate because I might accidentally name things a little bit differently. But yeah, anyways, that's cool. Welcome user. Now for what you're here for, the authentication. So I go to my factory, so I go to the user factory. This is where we're going to hold the sign in and sign out method. You see this variable provider? So if you're using Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, GitHub, even like Anonymous, where you can create your own email to password database, this is where you change your provider. So you set your provider variable to provider. They're a little different for each one. You have to go to the website and check it out. Firebase documentation. But yeah, let's make a sign-in method. Just sign in. And I believe, yeah, reload my code too. Just want to mess it up. Firebase off that sign in pop-up. And make it that easy. There's other things you can do too. When someone signs in, you can do prompt strings. If you go down here and look at this right here, these are some of the further actions you can take when someone signs in. You can find their credential token and their user. This bar user result, that user is going to be the same user object that we get in our Angular code. But yeah, each provider provides different information. For example, when I did a GitHub one, we had to find their URLs to the GitHub website, and that was provided along with some other stuff to access the GitHub API. So it depends on what provider you're using for what extra data that might be there. But yeah, we'll make the sign out function the exact same way. Just say sign out.
Yeah,
So,
well,
Say now?
yeah, I do that often actually. It's probably like the 4th or 5th time that's happened to me. It just boggles my mind. Alright, so yeah, let's just export those. Sign out. Sign in, and then I'll put a comment there. Cool. It should work. My colors? No. Sorry about that. And it's scary how quick we're going through this, because that's pretty much all you have to do for the sign in, sign out stuff. And all we have to do is pick it up. Let's go to controller. So if you would have noticed, when you first load the website, or yeah, we got landing page controller loaded, just letting us know the controller is working. And so what we bring in here is scope, location, Firebase off, and then the user factory. Using scope, quick, easy demo purposes. Location, we use that to redirect. You'll see more of that later. And then Firebase off is something that we brought into the index. That's what brings Firebase into our controllers. And then the user factory we just made. So not too much. So yeah, let's make the sign in method. Our sign in is equal to user factory. That's sign in. And let's just make that. Sorry. We're gonna have the scope user too. Let's just see if that works. Oh,
I think you got some uncommon code down
no, I completely forgot about one of the biggest parts of this whole thing. So if you go back to the Firebase console, to the website, and you go to the overview. So this is how you connect Firebase to your app, or if it's iOS, Android, or web. It'll pop up this code, and you go in here, and you just copy it. Just the JavaScript, not the HTML surrounding it. And paste. This is what initialized Firebase and connects to the app. That's why the error was something like Firebase isn't here. Why is it not here? You're calling for it. Cool. So now if I load it, and sign in, it'll pop up. Let's just spell something wrong. So, remember when I was talking about the importance of the provider? You never put the provider into the sign in pop-up. So, we hook that up, and that's weird.
Just hit the.
Yeah, I get get back here. Of course, it happened in my presentation because I've done this so many times.
Always correct.
Always loud.
Okay.
We did it, guys.
All right.
Cool. So it's either and then. That's why I named my project. You can also change these scope parameters. I think that you actually use the word scope in it. The other things if you want to access other stuff. But yeah, so I'm actually signed in right now. Nothing changed. We haven't done anything with it. But let's go do that right now. Cool. Sign works. So now we're going to get the auth. So var auth is equal to Firebase.auth. Yeah. You got to call that. Cool. So this Firebase auth is what we brought in up here. And then we just say auth dot on auth state changed. And then in here, we're going to say user. This is this function right here. Anytime the state changes will be authentication, which is in the browser, this function will run. So right when the controller is loaded or any other time the auth changes. So when someone signs in or signs out. And all we're going to put in this one, since this is a landing page, if we want to go to home, if they're authenticated, we say if user does not equal null location dot half. There we go. And this goes right to the Angular routing. The same, I go to client.js. This slash home right here is what we're going to. Right here. So if it's not null, it should go to slash home. So since I'm still signed in, when I refresh it, it should go to slash home. Nice. Pop-up just came up. That's what was authenticating me. But right now, it says welcome blank because we don't have a user. So in here, say scope.user. Now we're going to be using oh, we're in the wrong controller. That's why. Cool. So let's go to the home controller. Now that we're signed in, we're in the home side. First thing we should probably do is the sign out. User factory.sign out. These are the functions that we've exported in the factory. We should be able to do something cool. Cool. So that's sign out. Factory.sign. Oh. Okay. And you put sign out. And use it back. So that sign out is user factory sign out. Oh, it did sign me out, guys. It worked. So it signed me out, but I didn't get relocated back to the next one because we didn't do the auth function yet. So sorry about that. Firebase auth, and then we say auth dot on auth state change function user. Cool. So if user is equal to null, then location dot path. Landing page. I think I camel cased it. Cool. Probably back to landing page. Yeah, I don't know. Done this like 6 times. This is my demo. It happens.
The pop-up party.
Equal to null, goes there. And then if I go to my landing page controller, if it doesn't equal null, triple equals it. I don't think I have to.
How's your person page?
Yeah. Catch. Yeah, let's just get rid of this. Local host. Yeah, you want to loop? You want to loop?
Console logs
Check
on
the
there,
console.
put a breakpoint in your app, see what's going on.
Location.net.
Oh, is it because, yeah, that's probably the reason. Let me just find exactly where that was. Is it because it's game case? Probably not.
It's on a change notifications and
Check the console.
I did send you an email from.
When you click it up at the top, right?
It's something like this. I must have.
Is it because you're executing your sign-in functions on your user factory?
Just so it doesn't break down. This was my backup plan. Guess I couldn't figure it out on stage. There's a little extra pressure up here. So yeah, let's just do this.
Don't feel pressure, we're just all watching you.
Yeah. All right, user factory, that should be good. Let's just take this. Yeah, that's exactly what I had.
Those the returns on your user factory, you were returning the functions instead of returning references to the functions.
I was? I thought I.
So, well, you are now, is what I mean. You're
Oh, well,
you're returning like the reference to that function instead of having a function that returns a reference to that function. That's I believe what changed.
Try this.
Yeah, I think it's a welcome your landing page there.
Yeah, I accept a welcome here, but it's difficult and it just work. Sign in. Sign out. Sign in. Sign out. I have no idea. I must have just had something wrong. Because it's probably another sign scenes kind of thing. But yeah, so that's authentication. That's really cool, right? For how long we battled through it, it's still pretty cool. And this is the email that I was signed in on. Cool. And Google just did that. That must be the Gmail I'm signed in on Chrome, which is cool because it all just kind of works together. So yeah, let's get to the cool stuff. So, as I said earlier, when you use Firebase Auth, the sign method that we're using here, it kind of signs you in and registers you at the same time. So we want to check if the user's first time being in the website. And to do that, we'll just put them in our database. I like to put my Firebase stuff in here, just so I always know I have the user and there's no like, you're trying to grab something, there's no object, because it's a little asynchronous, and we'll have to use timeout as well within here, but it's cool. So let's do that. So the first time they log in, we're gonna make a DB reference. Database reference is equal to firebase.database. .ref, which means it's an open reference, and we're actually going to pull this up as well, so we can see it in real time. There. So when it says, so this .ref references this header, and if I say .child, so I should have said Firebase is a NoSQL database. Runs a lot like Mongo. Let's say user database. And here we're going to pull public information, like their username, maybe a call sign that they can get, or kind of like Slack with the @ You can do anything here. We'll probably just say the first name or something like that. And so yeah, that's the database ref. And now we're going to call it on. This is going to look funky, so I'll explain what we just did. You can put a lot of things here where it says value. You can put on child added, on child deleted. There's a couple more too. I don't want to say everyone's thinking about. But value is a catch-all. So anything somebody's deleted, edited, added, removed, or changed. If you put value here, this function will run. It's a listener. It's like a click function. It's like listening for a button click, if you will, but it's listening for changes in this database. Snap or snapshot is in the Firebase documentation. I put anything in here, whatever I want. They say snap. I like to say snap. It means snapshot. It's the value. It's the data. So if I say console.log snap.val, it's going to tell me no right when I reload the page. Cool. Because there's nothing there right now. On their first time using it, we'll say if snap.val. Sorry, actually, we're not going to do that yet. What I'm going to do real quick, I'm just going to push something to the database, just so you can see kind of like how the structure works. Push hello. I do that all the time. I don't know why. Just put semicolons where I
You use a linter or something? I don't know.
Yeah, get web store. Maybe.
This linter with your case.
Actually, I remember getting rid of it because it was giving me these errors I didn't want to fix. But they were like yellow, so they're like, hey, it's not that big of a deal. But I was like, it's a big deal. It's on my screen.
Yeah. You know what JSX or C5? Create that because of authentication.
RC5.
JSX.
Trying to remember that. Sorry. Race car. RC. Cool. Cool. This should push something to the database when I load. Oh, it did. We didn't even see it. Cool. If you see here, this is what it pushed. Keep doing that. This right here is the user's ID. If I have two Firebase projects, they both use the same Gmail, I'm going to get a different user ID. No matter what projects you are, this is unique to your website. And then under here, it says -K, whatever, and then hello, which is the data that I pushed. Every time you push data using this method right here, just the stop push, it's going to give it a unique key rather than like a serial number in an array or something. It's just a unique key that you can grab. I use _JS, just grab that up and pull it, and we'll see that later. But yeah, this unique key is really helpful. And I just want to show you that because basically, when they log into the website, if it's the first time, well, no matter what, when they log into the website, it's going to go to user DB. It's going to find their user ID and then see what it is. And right now it's hello. I'm going to delete that because when it goes into the user .child, so if I just say db ref on value, actually I could just say once, which we'll do it one time. Just gonna say don't want to mess anything further. Snap. Cool. And if I say console.log snap that. Now, that's going to be null because I just deleted that. But it's going to go in there. It's going to go through the header. And Firebase already took care of it too. It's going to go in there and it's going to be like, hey, okay, it's null. Well, then let's ask them about their user information. So what I usually do is this snap.val. So I just said scope.newUser is equal to true. I like to initiate my scopes with new user is false. So if it goes through, it's null. It's going to be a new user. And we're going to go back to this home HTML where they're on, and we'll just make a hidden div, ng hide, or actually ng show if new user. Hey, you are new. Let's see if that works. Okay, there you go. I should have used the hide. My gut said hide, and then I just went to show. Cool. So, hey, you're new. That shows up. We could get fancy with it and make this div like a pop-up, 100% fills up the screen with white. We're not going to get fancy. We're just going to put a form in here, and then watch that form disappear when we update it. So let's say H3, H2, what's the name? A little input. Type is equal to text, ng value. Maybe this here, not name. Sure. Right. It's just a string. Model. Awesome. And then could put this in a form to make the submit work. But it's going to disappear anyway. So button, type, submit. No, we don't need to do this. Get that out there. ng click. ng click. Add new user. Sign up. Cool. So this with the office stuff, I'm going to put functions out here. Scope dot add new user. Just make sure it's working. Angular's messed up. Is equal to function. I do that all the time too. Awesome. It says false. I named them the same variable name. So let's say scope.new user name. My naming convention isn't very good at this, but we'll move on. New user name. And show. Where's the show? Every time I type on it,
Could it be that in your home controller, where you've got the database ref,
yeah,
you are referencing child user DB and then child user UDI?
UID. That's how Firebase does the UID. That's how what? Scope down the user gives it false. It's equal to null. It's equal to true. What did I do wrong?
You can only delete the whole thing. So say it's a whole database now. By the way, if you look at Firebase, we get some. The tables were set up with.
Oh no, this is Firebase. And we deleted everything. Huh. It works so well when you're doing it on your own. It's the scope. Let me just get rid of this one. That's working. There's an input tag. We're close. Very close. Cool. So yeah, let's just add that to the database so we can see how it works. Let's just say this right here is user db user, and then our database ref. You name that anything, by the way. Firebase.database.ref.child user db dot child user sorry scope.user.uid. I use scope.user.uid here. I know that it won't be null because if you're on the stage, scope.user should not be null. And then I'll just say push name and oh. So what's cool about this is I should go like that. You see that light up? You kind of saw that light up. I'll delete it again so we can see because it's pretty cool. It just shows how it's just so real. Real time. Andrew Wiskus. Full name. Cool, just instantly. Ooh, it's on your database. So that's my user ID. This is my data name, Andrew Wiskus. I could set data differently. I could go in here and instead of saying push, because that push is going to give you this every time. You don't want that. You just want it under here, and you know what I'm going to do. I could just say dot child to make it up name dot set name. This makes a property name called name. It puts the data and sets it in there. So I'm just going to delete this real quick. You can even delete all the way up to the user database, delete everything. And I should be able to, just like this. Andrew Wiskus. Cool. Nice. So now you don't have to deal with the key if you're not looking for the key. So here now, in the console, by like that, user database for user object with my name. So you can see, like, if that was null, then you'd prompt the registration page. If it isn't null, then it's a user. Let's keep on going. Since that didn't work, though, I'm just going to delete what I just did. And we can start adding data. Cool. Input type is equal to text. Value is equal to new task. ng model. Button type is equal to submit. Click. Ng button is equal to add task, new task. And I'm going to put this in a form just so when I press enter,
Do you care that that div is not closed?
No. Yeah, I should have. That doesn't need to be there anymore. That was my attempt at the registration page. But we're going to move on. So this is my form. Just a little, like everything I do when I learn programming, I like to make to-do lists. Because while I'm learning language, I can like check off my to-do list while I build the to-do list app, which is pretty cool. So we're just going to do to-do list for this. The easy, and they go through all the forms. So get and delete. So yeah, we got our form. Cool. And let's make that function real quick. And make sure that this is outside of. Just forget about the off for a second. So that add task is equal to function, and in that we're gonna pass task. And up here, scope that new task. Right now it's just a string. I'm gonna get rid of these if we don't need them. And let's just console log out the task to make sure the Form is working. Hello. Well, it's working. For once. Alright. So it'd be kind of boring if we just did the task. And also task has a state of is complete, is not complete. We could even give it a priority. And I like to push objects to my Firebase database rather than just strings. So you can always implement further if you want. So we'll save our new task equal to tasks, or title task. That's the string that we're pulling in. And let's say date. Let's say data now. Just saying all those numbers. And is complete. False. Obviously. And then all we have to say is var dbref equals firebase.database .ref.child. We have two child. Here is task lists. Scope.user.uid .push new task. So that's going to make a new header called task list. Underneath that is all the users, and each user has these task objects. It's just a list of objects. So I go like this, and I say, my first task. It works. I'm really surprised when it comes out. So that's my user ID. It's the same user ID as here, which is nice. Then we can cross-reference and be like, hey, this is Andrew Wiskus. You see it here. And here we see my task. This is a date.now thing. A lot of numbers, a lot of milliseconds from some time in the past. Is complete is false in the title, and it's cool because we can say hello. Another one. More like just task. It's there. Anyways, why am I speaking at Angular MN? Right? Why is it? Why is Firebase so cool with Angular? I'm about to show you. The listeners are what's cool about it. In this auth state change, I make these listeners right. I'll just get rid of this one. We'll say var task list ref is equal to firebase.database.child task list .child user.uid. Cool. And then I say task list ref. I couldn't keep changing them, but value. So every time anything changes within the task list database, like when I was pressing enter and it kept getting bigger and bigger, this function will fire up. And then I just say function snap. I mean, yeah. I go back and forth between ES6 depending on the program typing. Yeah, then let's just say scope dot task list is equal to snap.bound. Yeah, and then we'll scope that to the down and see what happens. Yeah, broke. How did I do that? Oh.
You need a ref. Firebase database.
People pay attention. Yeah, the ref is very important. Can't really do it without it. Cool. So there we have that, and let's go here. And let's just make the any repeat. Task list. Let's see what it gives us. I'm going to say that it's going to give us an option. Oh, cool. So instead of saying task, let's just say task.title. Oh, this is what I was saying about the asynchronous stuff. Actually, one second. Actually, I think that gives us. Oh yeah, I was right. So whenever you update a scoped object within these references, I use timeout because technically this is like an asynchronous function call, and you have to stop the sync. I don't really know. I just know that when you say timeout, it's like I want this to run right now. It runs. So, let's do it. Why not? Yes.
You lost the
Link.
$100.
Huh?
Please go.
Link.
Oh, link stuff. Dollar stuff. There we go. This word. Yes. So yeah, that because otherwise it can be weird things because this is kind of always running within here. Checking to see if the user is always there. That's why I like putting my functions in there. Just for some reason, if the user was null, like that function is going to pick it up first before anything else. So yeah, let's make this pretty real quick and just say task.title. Cool. So this is the Angular magic. Just say hello. Woo! I didn't type any of that, you know, like Angular is just like, okay, we'll update this, like we're gonna update this right away. You don't have to change what's getting displayed. All you have to do is update whatever object right here. Just like, hey, I'm right there. Whenever you update, we'll see this when we complete stuff too. Hello, another. Cool. And just that. So that's why Firebase is pretty cool with that. I'm going to also walk through. So right, we have basically a GET request. You guys know how to get data from your database. You guys know how to post data with the .push. It'll give you the unique key, and you guys know how to update data with .set. .remove is really easy. I could add a button to do it, but really, like, I'll just run the function right now. Just type that out. I'll encounter that. But I could just say .remove. So if I ran that inside a function, child task list, child user UID, so task list .uid. If I say .remove, it's going to remove everything. Maybe not.
Did you save it?
Did I save it? No, I didn't. Should remove everything. Cool. Yeah. It's a neat. So it's at least, yeah, really easy. Okay, yeah, so I mean, basically that's all. I want to show you one other little cool thing in Angular that doesn't really have to do with Firebase, but has to do with CSS in Angular. The little trick I made, or not made, but product, and it worked. I don't know how hacky it is, but it works. So yeah, let's just keep this. I'm going to add a bunch of tasks real quick. Another. Yes. Cool. Not really. Except, yeah, I should probably also say the cool part about Firebase, really, and what I was trying to show you with pairing them right next, like when you saw me push and remove and set and all that, it updates automatically. So I can have a listener here, right? And then a listener in another browser. And they could both be listening to the same whatever header you choose. So it's like a WebSocket. If they're both listening, they can update and chat back and forth. Like on their, like how they price their data out on Firebase is like by like, hey, you can hold 10 million chat messages with this much. And it's real time. I'm trying to make it like a little game right now that uses Firebase as like a WebSocket, which is pretty cool. But this is, the current cap right now, I think, is 10,000 users at once connected on one database. And I'm sure there's ways like web databases around because 10,000 people don't need to connect to at one time. But like if any like small little part, Firebase is so easy to just like kind of implement in there and make it work. I don't know. I really love Firebase. Let's just get to this one little quick CSS trick, and then I'll let you all go. But this is pretty cool what I'm about to do. So we'll go to home HTML. So this is the entry repeat, right? Angular is so nice. So simple. Just one little list. I'm going to track my index for this, just to get the number. And I'll give this a class. So each separate one will have a class of task index. You know what? Just for simplicity, I'm just going to make it index as a class.
I don't think you can do that because classes need to start with alpha character.
Really? I usually put a word in front of it, so.
You just let them show us something cool.
No, you're right. Yeah, it doesn't work.
No.
That would have been awkward.
That doesn't work either.
Yeah, nothing works like that. Okay. I'll just say task. We'll get through it. So if I say task 1, no, okay, get out here. Task 1, background, color, red. Okay, cool. So, proving point that you can write style right in HTML. Did you know that you can do this? So here, I write task plus index plus this plus this. A little weird with the string concatenations, but we might have got it. Nope, I didn't. There we go. Hard one. Cool. So what we could do here, even wait, when I do it, it gets a little messy. But if I like were to say like index, I gotta put this in another. Okay. So I put it in this the same scope where I have this. If I would be like index mod 2 is not equal 0. Question mark? Right? Now, that's just like the basis, right? You can do a lot of things. You can put an entry repeat on a style tag. You can put your style tags within, right? Like if I wanted to say style right here, and then just put it with that task dynamic style. And yeah, the thing I want to leave you with is like how fast it actually is. Because when I first figured out how to do this out of like necessity, and we had to figure this problem. I was like, what if I do this? And it worked, and it was amazing. Now, but then I was like, oh, but like no one used, like I've never seen it before. It must not be like that good, or like it must be like kind of hacky. And I pushed it to a limit. So right here is a tile map. It's 1,000 by 1,000, right? So I have an array of 1,000 arrays. So all together, it's 1,000,000 objects. Yeah, these are my clicks, but yeah, these are the arrays of arrays. Then in each one of them is a tile object. I calculate the height depending on like when you open the window up, right? And it's like, I want to put 40 tiles across. Like, how many pixels wide is that? Like 47.9. It's like, cool. Items is something later. So I make it like a little game engine. I'm trying to. And then the texture. And the texture is procedurally generated. Right now, it's just 16 random pieces of stone. I was trying to get the blankets thing. And then it has an X and a Y. So I can access these like through world map, X bracket, or Y bracket. This is pretty cool. But the cool thing, the coolest part about it and why I'm bringing this up is that this all this style here you see is using an NG repeat on tiles. And I can go and I can traverse this map. There's like, I don't know, 40 by 20 tiles right now. And every time I press the arrow key over, it reslices a section of that array by array, and then puts it into, rather than array by array, it's just one long array, and then I float it and repeat it, and it's really fast. I never thought it would be like this fast. And on my gaming PC at home, like it's 3 times faster, and I could hear like my processor fan just, and I was holding the button down because I wanted to see how fast. It's a lot of tiles. You know, it takes a while to get to the end. But yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. Just more into the Angular style stuff and how far I can really push Firebase and Angular. And that's, yeah, pretty much all I got for y'all. So thank you. Anyone have anything to say or questions or whatnot about anything? I'll do my best to answer it. Okay, I'm fine.
I wanted to ask a question before. I want to know if anyone uses Angular or PHP in here, or is everybody just mean stack?
I am just starting to learn PHP from some WordPress tutorials. I don't know anything, so I can answer.
Does anyone plan to be a PHP developer in here? You? I don't believe you. Anyone else?
All right, so we got an actual special quick lightning talk that we need to do. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
gonna be crazy. I talk really fast for you guys so you get out of here quick. I'm just gonna show. So you guys, anyone familiar with Philips Hue? Right, $60 for the base, $43 for a light bulb. It's a rip off, right? But it's super cool. Everybody wants it. So we're working on a blog post right now. I don't really have anything to show on the computer. It's just pretty much this light bulb thing. So I have a backpack full of light bulbs, and this isn't because I planned on showing anything here. It's because I carry them with me anytime I have development time. And it's like literally, I have light bulbs like crazy here. They're $8 from a site called GearBest from China somewhere. $10, or it's like 10 days express delivery or something like that. But for $8 a bulb and your own like coding, you can have the Philips Hue same experience. And to prove that it is as good, you can. I have a Snapchat video, but obviously nobody's gonna be able to see it. Like I said, you talk fast, especially when I'm nervous, which all you guys are making me.
All good.
So I have a Snapchat story that I put up, because if it didn't happen, if it's on Snapchat, it probably didn't happen. But I basically say, hey Google, turn on the light, right? And I think it's the length of time it took. It's like 2-3 seconds. But that's because my node server actually had to connect to the light bulb first. I didn't have a service that maintained connection at the time. But you guys can see the video anyway. But anyway, Google Now, or my Google Home, you turn on this $8 light bulb with limited coding, right? So you see it on right over here. It's kind of bright. I'm actually going to put it down behind my computer for you guys to see. So like I said, $8 for a light bulb like this is pretty crazy. One broke on me. Had too much to drink one night. I was trying to show one of my friends, or throwing on the lamp, and I fell on it. But the inside converter broke, not the actual Bluetooth controller or the LEDs inside. So I cracked it open, and I'm actually going to use it to connect to a LED strip. I use solder right on. Also $60 from Philips Hue if you want to do that. It's all on Amazon. It's a pretty good deal. So I'm gonna basically show a strap. I'm gonna throw it on the projector. Why not?
Yeah, go for it.
It's crappy code. It was like a one-off. I wanted to test like the straight through for my light bulb.
Hold this up for
All right, thank you. I wanted to test just to see if I could get, this Bluetooth light bulb controlled by my Google Home before I left. I live in Raleigh, actually.
Raleigh, North Carolina?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So so I'm here with some friends from Rochester. I used to work at IBM Rochester, then I wanted to change. I went to Raleigh. Family wasn't as happy about it as I am. I like it, but so it doesn't need to work on this. So basically some crappy code. I use Noble. I'm just gonna give you a rundown real quick. So this is Bluetooth, right? Philips use Wi-Fi. But I live in an apartment, so I don't care about distance. I'm working on some repeaters that I could maybe span through a house. Like I said, it'll be in a blog post, but it's a BLE, so Bluetooth Low Energy, and it's constantly broadcasting, and it provides services and characteristics to connect to at all times. Same thing with like smartwatches and whatnot. I found a site of a different bulb you can reverse engineer, and you just send it the right data, right? It's gonna do whatever you want to. And they come with an app to do it. So I'm like, there must be a way to do this through a computer. So I did some research, and yeah, sure, some guy did it with a different bulb. So I found this bulb out, and there's different versions. But like I said, I'll put a blog post, I can send it to you or something like that. And so I've already done that part, so I know what exactly to send it. And it's actually so fast. I'm showing these guys. I show you guys if I want to get the code up. But anyway, basically all I'm doing is using Node, which is great. So you can run it on anything then, including Raspberry Pi, which comes with BLE Bluetooth enabled. Again, maybe it's a tad too fast. But anyway, you can run this on anything. And so since it's Node, you can open it up to anything. So I use Noble, which is a library on Node, to actually do the running of the Bluetooth on whatever device you're on, send it the right data. And all I did was create a simple service in Node and just port forward it through my router. And then Google Home, you can actually program your own commands using IFTT. And with that, Maker, it's a lot to take in maybe, but Maker allows, I wanted to be able to, everyone knows IFTT, and just program your own commands to Google Home. But I'm like, how do I call my API? Well, Maker has a service that you can call your API. You can give it whatever kind of data you want, the JSON object, get, post, anything. I don't know, what's the coolest thing ever, right? It says like some charges may require, I never put a credit card in, so it doesn't charge me anything. So I basically just call an API that I port forwarded through my home router. So that's all you guys need to know. So now you actually see it work here. So I'm just gonna open this up and say, don't criticize me on my code. It was literally a one-off, like counting out things I wrote and didn't write. Let's see here. Let it bring up any IBM trade secrets or anything. It's all web stuff. I didn't see it. Anyone can see it though. All right. So go to my programs. It's hard to see on this computer. Like more people in front of you, the smaller all this stuff. Yes. Home notification should be here. There it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, your pulse bill trains. So I'm making a smart controller right here, and that's going to control all of this, all the connections, and then but right now the light controller is all I want to do, and it's literally in test, which everything is when it first starts. Turn up this folder. I can show this. Also, my computer's been acting up. The one hard thing I will say about Bluetooth stuff is, oh my God, everything you need to wait for, right? So promises galore. I'm going to work on a better system for that. But so basically, I'm just going to call this, right? So node, server.js, what am I doing here? It's test. Okay, so let's see. I think I actually just turn on the light bulb here. So I'm going to code this out. So actually, oh yeah, that's my whatever. Okay, so yeah, it's all I was doing is turning on the light bulb. That's obviously nothing crazy. So I'm going to comment that out. So there's actually, I'll show this, right? So we'll go 5. So in this light bulb, there's 3 things you can do. You can set a color, and there's 2 sets of LEDs in here. There's a RGB LED, and then around it are the white light ones. So you can set the power on the white light. You can set a certain color to the middle LED, or you can call these different functions it has in it. So right now, that's what this is doing. It's setting the bar to like 50%. Might notice something. Everyone 50% power, right? Nothing crazy there. But since using, now I was able to just do this random hex business here. So now it should flash. We'll see how fast. Everybody see seizures here. I've left it. Okay. I don't know. We'll see here. Okay, so it's going really slow, as you can see. So I'm changing colors. And that is coming from, so I don't want to. So it is. So just take me at my word that I'm changing the thing. So I want to show you how fast. As you can see, this is Philips Hue right here, right? $8 a light bulb and a little bit of fun in your free time. You got it. We'll go a little quicker here so you can actually see. So it's writing Bluetooth about how slow can that be. Once you have your connection set up, it's like nothing. So I'm going to go here and let's go a little bit faster here. All right, you see how fast it is? That's writing every single time, right? And that's how fast it goes. You go any faster and well, you can't really notice it in your eye, but I wanted to do my strobe light party. It'd be awesome. Have some friends over, you know. You can, anyone familiar with like pulse modulation? You can actually blink it so fast that even though you're going 100% to 0, it actually looks dimmer. And that's just crazy. The Bluetooth protocol goes that fast. To me, it blew my mind. I'm like, well, this is great because if you want to control multiple bulbs, right, you have to go and write to each single one. Well, I'm like, okay, if it's like a second to each one, that's 5 seconds to change them all. People are like, this is lame, right? But you can write that fast. So if you take anything away from this, don't pay that much for Philips Hue, Samsung Arctic. Come up with a blog post that tells you how to do it for, you know, $8,000. Again, so nervous. I'm like, I'm aware of everything. Maybe you can do like a 5-minute talk on it. I'm like, oh, maybe, yeah. Thank you.
All right, now we're going to do the brand new giveaway, and I'll let you guys get out Actually, I'll be right back.
Next spring, over here, is that
Yeah, I learned about it.
Check it out. That's good. I don't know, I would do that too.
I'm surprised not. Wasn't there like one time?
Yeah, one person that reads it.
Yeah.
I don't think yours was here to be expected.
That's really interesting. Yeah, that was a good idea. I like it. All right. Yeah, someone's gonna be let in. Yeah. Okay. Where is my raffle?
Other people's accounts or something.
All right, so let me just kick on the mic here. Okay, so we have this amazing Prizatron. It's an Angular 1X app. I'm going to give away 3 prizes tonight. We have the JetBrains license, which is good for all of these wonderful JetBrains products, PHP, Storm, WebStorm, et cetera, et cetera. These are the people that won last time, so congrats. And then we have 2 front-end masters licenses. And if you're not familiar with front-end masters, it's a front-end specific online. It's a what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's like video training sessions, tutorial sessions. So super cool. Mark Urbanski is the guy that runs it. He gives us a year's worth of licenses to give away every month. So thank you, Mark, if you're watching our live stream. So we'll just get started with the giveaway. So this pulls in from the Meetup API. If you RSVP'd for tonight's event, you'll be on this list and eligible to win. So here we go. Dan, are you here? Front-end masters? All right, make sure you give me your email before you leave. Congratulations. Okay, so we have 1 front-end master and 1 JetBrains.
I'll do the front-end master.
Front-end masters. Okay, so last person gets the JetBrains license. Eric Lums, are you here? No?
Uh-oh.
Shame. Shame for RSVPing and not showing. Liz! I know, I saw you, Liz. Where are you? This is for the JetBrains license.
Yeah, but I'll turn it over to somebody else.
You're gonna push it back into the pool. Okay. One more. Susan. All right. So you get a free year subscription to JetBrains. And I just need all 3 email addresses from you guys. And we're good to go. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Another cool event.
Thank you.
Thank you to the presenters. You guys did awesome job. Okay.
Or just a email?
Just any email you want. So I'm going to send you a code. So whatever email you want me sending stuff to.
As long as it doesn't get posted to anybody else.
Nope, this will just be to you.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you type it in. Cuts down on errors. All right, so go for it. Shut this guy off too. Power button. There we go.
Make it real simple. That's my name.
Okay, perfect. All right, next. You got the front end too, right? Front end masters.
I'll do it, man. I'll do it.
Probably tomorrow or before this weekend. All right. You have the JetBrains. Here, I'll let you do it. Cut down on there. Congrats. JetBrains before they make some really good products.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm relieved.
Yeah, do you do what kind of coding do you do?
Mostly front end.
Okay, I'd recommend.
I'm grad.
I'd recommend WebStorm. Yeah, they keep it up to date with latest syntax, like JavaScript, Angular, TypeScript, and technology. So definitely check that one out.
Great. Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You're welcome. Congrats again. Yeah.